grabs the back of my head and smashes it back in the pillow. And Art, this was such superhuman strength. It was just unreal. And I try to pick myself up again, and again, it pushes my face back into the pillow. At the same time, it's still grabbing, my rear buttock over there. This must have happened maybe 4 or 5 times where I try to pick up, and at the same time, I feel this thing on my back, and it's still grabbing me. About the 6th time, I finally let out a scream, and I was able to push up all the way, and it just stopped.
I might have screamed long before the 5th or 6th time. Oh my God.
Well, the funny thing was, of course, I waited till sunlight before I fell back asleep.
At least.
Yes, and then my uncle woke me up, and I went downstairs, and they're making fun of the lazy American who slept all night. So I turned to my one cousin who I just met, who was sleeping there. He was from Baltimore, and I said to him, do you have an open mind? And he looked at me, he goes, something happened to you too. And I said, well, what happened to you? He goes, I don't want to talk about it, but I'll never sleep in that bedroom again.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
All right, got it. I really appreciate your call, sir. Thank you. That's exactly what I was after. That's exactly what I mean. So what was that? The bony fingers being slammed again and again in his bed, not just one person, but several, at least 2 occupants of the house. Wildcard line, you're on the air. Coast to coast and well.
I just got a little bit of this last guy's call. I will tell you, I live in a haunted house.
Now?
Yes, we're still in. When we bought the house, the guy that was the previous owner shook my husband's hand, and he says, good luck in a mortician's house.
Oh.
Anyway, the store, this is true. A lot of things are happening. Things are moving and moving around, and noises and all that, and even tapes and conversations, or not some voices and marking and stuff. Anyway, but the worst thing, I'm going to bed, and I got petrified to go to bed, and they would first start laying on me. It was something. I could feel them touching the covers and just basically like inching up on the bed.
Yes.
And laying on me. And when this happens, Art, you cannot. It freezes you. You cannot move.
You're paralyzed.
Yes, sir. Then there is no screaming. You cannot scream. You cannot do anything. And my husband's laying right beside me. Finally, I reach up and touch him, and I wake him, and he finally wakes up. What happened? And I tell him. So we got to where we slept closer, and so I could touch him. And the worst thing that happened is this: I could feel it laying on me, or inching up and laying on me, and the thing tried to have sex with me. I'm not exaggerating.
I understand many reports, so that you might know, include, sex or attempted sex.
Well,
yes.
It felt, on your privacy, it felt like, and again, I was paralyzed, I couldn't move, I couldn't do anything. It felt like something was trying to tickle me with feathers, and they couldn't, I guess they couldn't figure out what to do, I don't know. But it was terrifying.
Oh, that's odd.
And now I basically sit up at night and listen to you and go to bed when you go off and try to go to sleep, and it's changed my life.
It obviously has. You wait for the sun.
Exactly.
All right, my dear, thank you. Take care. There you have it. And it would change your life, wouldn't it? If that really happened to you, think about it for a moment. It would change your life, wouldn't it? You might not go to sleep until the sun began to come up over the horizon. East of the Rockies, you're on the air.
Hello, John.
Your name is John?
My name is John.
Okay, John, I'm Art.
570 WKBN out of Ohio.
Yes, sir. What's up, John?
Hello. I just got a real quick one. About 15 years ago, I was sleeping in my bedroom, and the door was locked, and it was sort of early morning. Art?
Yes.
And by the way, I've been listening to you since day one.
That's a lot of days.
Yes, thank you very much for all the entertainment.
You're very welcome.
Okay. And the door was locked in my bedroom, and I was sleeping on the floor because it was a hot summer night, and it was beginning the break of dawn. So the light was coming through the window, and I feel a kick on my side, which wakes me up. And the light comes and it hits my pillow. This is important. that I can see my pillow after I was woken up by a kick in my side. Okay?
Yes.
The door is locked. I'm the only one in the bedroom.
Yes.
Someone kicks me in the side.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The next thing that happens.
Can I
there's
play Black
these
Ops 6?
Two things that shit, if you will, that land on the pillow.
Objective failed. Stand down.
Slim.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay.
They land on the pillow, larger than the size of silver dollars,
Oh,
if you will.
wonderful.
And first I saw one that was on the pillow, and then I saw the next one come and hit the pillow and actually land on the pillow.
Yes, sir.
I felt someone was standing over top of me doing this,
Mm-hmm.
and that's my story.
Well, wonderful. Thank you for that Flemmy contribution. Ay. You see, you ask and you receive. This is pretty unusual stuff. I mean, the thing about that story, for example, is you wouldn't make that up, would you? You really wouldn't make that up. Or you have an awfully active, strange imagination if you did. West of the Rockies, you're on the air. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Art. Are you going to be able to sleep tonight hearing all these stories?
I don't know. Let's see what you contribute.
Well, before I tell you mine, what happened to me, I just want to clarify that I'm a spiritual person, and I have been since I was 2 years old. And this was about 12 years ago when my beloved sister died. And he still pops in and out to this day. The time he got angry and violent with me happened one night when I was going through an out-of-body experience.
Mm-hmm.
I was laying in my bed, and I was lifted from my body to the left and was on top of it with what I thought was angels holding me under my shoulders and under my ankles. And they were, this is the best way I can describe it, Art, they were rippling my body. I felt it rippling, and it was giving me such great pleasure. I was laughing out loud, and I was thanking them.
You wouldn't think that angels would hold you down somehow, but okay.
Yeah, you see, I was up and to the left, and I was just going through this great, great pleasure when they lowered me back into my body. And I was starting to come awake when I felt him come into the room, and he was down at my feet. And I sensed, all of this you sense, and I sensed he came to join in on the fun. But he went to move my feet and my legs apart, and I sensed danger from him because I had gone through this with him before. But this time I just moved my feet at him to just, tell him go away.
Yeah, this is not an entity you can actually physically see then.
Well, listen to the rest of this. And it made him mad. I could feel, he was very indignant at what I had done. And when I did that, he grabbed each of my ankles just violently and so fast that it jerked my body. And I heard this loud scream. I know I didn't do it. My body didn't do it, but I heard this loud scream inside of me saying, no. And then my legs just kicked out at him so harsh that I felt I touched him, I knocked him down, and he went back. Now I sensed him getting up, and I didn't feel that he was mad at me, but just that he was horribly rejected, and I could feel him slump away. And now I'm fully awake, and I want to get a look at him. And so I jump up, and I go to the end of the bed, and what I saw was the last of him because he was disappearing into some hole. He was something, and I saw this long, heavy, fat, grayish tail just swagging and swaying until he just went and he was gone. But, and like I said, he comes around, he pops in and out, and what he does to me now sometimes, and he's done it a lot, is I know his nails. I've seen his nails. They're very, very long and very sharp.
That's creepy.
And at the night, sometimes, on my back, he takes them and he presses into my flesh. But Art, I don't feel anything. I know they're sharp, but but I don't feel anything. I feel him really trying to hurt me.
Are there physical marks left?
I've had them on my arms sometimes, but on the back, I can't see my back, and I don't ask anybody to look at my back. But I feel I'm protected because what I feel is that they've been blunted. So I just feel a pressure, an irritating pressure of him trying really hard to hurt me and to work at it. But I feel I'm protected, and they don't go in.
Well,
But
that's
he does do that. And
all right.
he's been around me a long time.
Got it. I really appreciate your call. Thank you very much. And take care. You have to wonder, I wonder how somebody could, I don't know, get used to that. How could you get used to that? I guess maybe you don't. But she almost sounded to that point, didn't she? As though this has been going on for so long. She was used to it. Yeah. First time caller line, you're on air. Hello? Yes, sir.
Be secured. Hardcore domination. Take the objective.
You're on air. What's it?
Losing Bravo. Hostile UAV established above.
Missouri, about 14. My sister, myself, and my mother lived in a small 2-bedroom home. I had my own room, and my sister and my mother had their own room down the hall from each other. And in the middle of the night, when we were dead asleep, my mother yelled out at me, and I yelled out at her at the same time. We each tried to get up, and we were held down by something. I don't know what it was. Every part of our body, we couldn't move at all.
Authorizing UAV tasking. Taking C. Enemy UAV detected.
We didn't see anything. There was nothing visible that we saw.
Locations are ours. Hell yeah. Hostiles released to skewer. They're taking C.
My mother was
Hostile UAV established above. Skewer incoming.
trying to get up. I couldn't move any part of my body. And finally, when we were released,
Enemy UAV detected.
such force to get up, so you almost caught me. Whatever it is, whatever it was, I ran into my mother's room.
They're requesting UAV overflight.
Why didn't you come? I was calling to you. Nationally found out that it happened closer. She didn't know it was and he's horrified of it. This was a home that was only 67 years old. A lot of things can happen. We used to use a weasel. We stopped using it because we started having
Hostile UAV established above.
very strange.
Hostiles released to skewer.
Got rid of the Ouija board. Several incidents happened after that. We moved to a town about an hour and a half away. And it seems that,
Enemy UAV detected.
and I'm not true believer in
Securing Charlie.
had enough things happen to me that I know there's something, but I'm not one of those people who believe, oh yeah, I'm just my life that I try to be realistic. So, there has to be some explanation for it, but yeah, that was very strange.
I appreciate your call.
Thank you.
Losing B.
Not one but two people being paralyzed, tied down.
Locking down Charlie.
I understand the man repeatedly. Pretty good stuff. But I'll tell you again, his name is Kate, and the first hour call. Well, let me put it to you this way. When I first heard the tape,
Tackle, release skewer on mission.
that was a little bit earlier than Little beads of the sweat. Now, I'm into comics, and I did all the reading about it. And the first, they were beads, they were beads of sweat began to break down on my forehead.
Authorizing UAV tasking.
And I understand that for many of you, that this is one kind of noise you couldn't understand. And some of the rest of you, who hear audio well, what you heard shouldn't cause you to be in the darkness.
established above. They're on the ropes. Don't let them fucking breathe. Hostiles released at Stewart. Authorized UAV tasking.
To talk with Art Bell, call the line at area code 775-727-1295. The first-time caller line is area
And
code
I'm in your system. That's Curtin's Black Ops.
727-1222. To talk with Art Bell, from east to the Rockies, call toll-free at 800-825-5033. From west to the Rockies, call Art at 800-618-8255. International callers may reach Art Bell by calling your in-country Sprint access number, pressing option 5, and dialing toll-free 800-893-0903. From coast to coast and worldwide on the internet, this is Coast to Coast AM with Art Bell.
It's either Halloween or it's the Day of the Dead. Either way, this is Coast to Coast AM. I'm Art Bell. In a moment, we'll continue with your stories, generally looking for entity attack stories. Actual, rather negative experiences with entities. And we ask that if possible, you not use a cell phone so that we might clearly hear every word. We'll be right back, hopefully, with you. Top of the darkness on the high desert. As we continue with your calls this evening, east of the Rockies, you're on the air. Hello.
Hello, Art.
Hi. What is your first name?
My name is Scott. I'm in Scarborough, Ontario,
Yes,
Canada.
Right.
I listen on 640 AM Mojo.
All right. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
You had mentioned to me during the break that you're a ham operator.
Yes, I am.
I recognize that what I played in the first hour and 20 minutes or so was very hard for a lot of people to decipher.
They know we're here. Go loud, Black Ops.
Probably understood.
Lead's ours. Stay on task. Enemy system. They can regret it.
I don't know. What's behind it?
I mean, that was just the real time for the war. People looking
I did, and I think I have a little transistor output that's QRCP, and I think I'll just send
Got
it
the
to
advantage. Now we have to keep it.
transmit a little signal and receive the signal as they did on their website. And just test it, see if it works.
that was my, I thought, these music very real. And this shouldn't be just,
Yeah, you don't need a lot of power, just a couple of kilowatts, just enough to get transmitters to your receiver, and from what I look like, somebody looked like a website, there's very simple transmitters out there.
well, if we haven't had any loss to all of history. Anyway, so what's up?
Well, I think I have a story that falls right up the alley you're looking for tonight. Well, this story was told by my grandfather, told me many times when I was a young kid. It's just a story that scared me. It's a story that told me that happened to me.
Enemy UAV detected.
Before World War II, he was stationed in England, and he was ready to have some time off. And he said cars were very hard to get a hold of, fast and hard to get a hold of. It was actually plentiful, but horses and carriage. And so when he went around, they were all night long, and they were on their way back to wherever they were staying. And he admitted that they had a little bottle and they were drinking, and they had finished it, and they turned to this wrought iron tent that was so those going along this road, and this figure surrounded the area behind the fence, physically walked through this wrought iron fence and up to the horse, to the reins of the horse there, and jumped onto the reins of the horse. And he said it was pretty shocked because the horse was good nature, the horse was going along at a pretty good clip, but the man was walking normal. was on his brother's boot. And he did was his fingers through the boot. And he turned, walked back through the wrought iron fence, and just into the bushes, into the darkness, and was gone. They went back to where they were, told all of their buddies. Just they were like, couldn't believe it. But when
Then designate Stuart target.
take his friend, really quick. Got blood poisoning in that leg and that foot. He went right up to his leg.
Oh my God.
So
Whatever it was, left a little bit
yeah, and he was safe, and there was no motor in it. So my grandfather was the early one of the bit of a back. They were good. Yeah, that's my thing. You could have been fine with that. Well, even though there's no rock and roll raw on your front place, about a week later, he said, found the road, found the brought iron fence, looking around, around the bushes and looked at the fence. It's a graveyard. I took the bottle to a graveyard. My father, my grandpa, and children,
So it turns out that casually thrown bottle of now empty booze ran big denied or something. Really annoyed somebody on the other side. They were past the street, the lake, and then the rest of the body became infected quickly. Most of the Rockies were only like that. Go on. You got this. That's all that counts.
Authorizing UAV tasking.
Because I made fun of a friend of mine one night. We were having a couple of drinks and she kind of like, said, I really got to talk to you about something. And I said, well, she's like, well, I got raped by this thing. And I kind of looked at her and went, okay, maybe you should go see a psychiatrist. Something's wrong with you. And I just looked at her and I thought she was off her rocker. But about a week later, this thing came to me. And it was almost like because I mocked it, it came to say, well, you don't think that I exist? Well, I exist. But it's almost like it was two things in one.
Was it a sexual assault?
I think it could have been because I was sleeping on my stomach and my mother was home at the time. And I felt some fingers go around my arm, like my wrist, one at a time, like one finger at a time, go around my wrist on the one arm, and then two. And I remember thinking, why is my mother in my room and why is she grabbing my arm? You know?
Yes, so obviously.
Yeah, and then the fingers went around the other arm, and that's when I started coming to and started to panic. And then they went around my ankle, and I knew there's one of them in the room, and I bolted upright, and there was nothing there, but still to this day, I mean, unless you experience something like it, you think that people are, you know. I didn't say anything like that.
Falling behind,
I
Black
something
Ops.
to my boyfriend, and he actually confronted it in a dream. It came to him in a dream, and he told me what it did was it reduced him back to his 5-year-old self, and then proceeded to terrify him.
Hostiles released a skewer.
Apparently, it's not good to mock you, as she found out. I don't know, what do you think? You know, as you listen to these people, they're not just joking. They're not just having a little fun. I mean, not trying to get on there.
They're requesting UAV overflight.
First on caller line, you're on the air.
Eyes on enemy cluster grenade.
Then designate Stuart target.
Well,
Back in 2000, this time, fall a long time ago.
yes.
The story that I got, their thing was
with minimal physical confrontation from the entity. Basically, your listeners will find this story very interesting. In the early 40s, my mother and father had just been married, and he was going on vacation. And my dad's boss, that's his name, was going down to Cape Cod. How would you like
Control
to
the
say
field.
in
Keep it
summer?
that way.
My father said that was great. And he said, well, it's been closed up for years. You're going to have to open the shutters and probably keep that. It's just a summer house.
Not much will be established
My
above.
mom and dad.
The guild reclaimed the lead.
Fucking cheaters.
Everybody failed. This operation needs a hard reboot.
And they were sleeping in sleeping bags, all in the, I guess you'd call it the living room. During the night, they all had something walking around the room, brushing against the sleeping bags. And they all woke up to a very elderly lady, young houseboat, long gray hair, and a white cardigan sweater over the houseboat, standing in the middle of the room. What surprised all of them was that she had an opaque look, almost like you could look right through her.
Yeah, half there, half gone.
Yes. My father said to her, hello, who are you? Can we help you? And the woman turned.